Hi everybody, Judy Tuttle here with Tuttle Up Stamping. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Midland, Texas. So excited to be with you today. Once you come on, let me know you're here. Today is our craft along to do the jumbo tags. I think you guys should watch. Anybody who is interested in learning how to make jumbo tags, they are so cute. They were a big hit last year, not only with my customers, but with my family who received them on their packages, or the hostesses that I gave them to as hostess gifts and with their hostess gifts. And they are just so fun. So I'm going to take you through all the ins and outs of making jumbo tags. And then I have lots of people out there that took the jumbo class craft along to go, and they will be joining me today to make them with me as I make them. So first of all, I want to show you, so I'm going to move down to my hands real quick, everything that the people who are doing the craft along got in the mail. Let me try to zoom in just a little bit here. Okay, so they got a full color PDF of all the tags and how to create them. It's beautiful. We all worked really hard to make that happen. And then they received an entire roll of the red and gold polka dotted ribbon, a full fresh roll. They received an entire spool of this gold thread that just came out with the Marbled Elegance suite in the online exclusive, so we'll be using that as well. They got an entire package of a Little Bit Festive DSP and ephemera pack. So by ephemera, this was a new word to me in the crafting world. Ephemera just means pre-printed laser cut embellishments. Okay, so this is all the ephemera, and this is actually all the stuff that's left over even after I made 9 tags. So there's plenty of stuff there to make even more than that. Hi, Linda. Glad you're here with me today. I saw that I'm going to get something in the mail from you today. I can't wait to see that. And so they get a whole package of this. Now, you can get this Jumbo Tags class to go this week, but you're going to have to buy this, okay? And I'll go through all the details of how you do that, but you're going to have to buy your own A Little Bit Festive, because 12 by 12 is very expensive to ship, and so you might as well just place an order for it in your order. Hi, Sharon Stevenson. Thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so we'll talk more at the end about how you can get all of this class to go even after today. It won't be as good of a deal as the people who bought it ahead of time, but it'll still be pretty awesome. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what's very important to have. The very best trio punch, number 159878, is actually a punch that is retired, but guess what? It's on the clearance rack. And so I don't know if you can see here, but this is the side of the punch I used to punch my corners. And this is the slot that I used to put the ribbon through, okay? So this punch is currently on the clearance rack. If you want it, you should get it soon, because next week they're having a big clearance rack refresh and it might sell out. So if you don't have this punch and you're going to want to do some of these tags like mine, you probably should get it. Now, I will tell you that everybody who got the craft along, I punched theirs for them. Okay, so you're going to start with, and then I'm just going to go through a few basic things here for the people out there that didn't get the craft along. All these tags are 3.5 by 6.5. Okay, every single one of them. Now, some of them I cut out a little bit and things, but they're all started out this size. Okay, and then you just slide the corner in and punch straight down, and it's going to create that tag edge there. And then we're going to do the same thing on this other side. There we go. And then the slot, you just go straight in. I kind of eyeball it to make sure it's centered correctly and push, and it creates the slot at the top, okay? So that's the size and how I created the edges on all of my jumbo tags, okay? Now, you have two choices out there. Linda, I know you're watching. Happy Thanksgiving, Becky. Glad you're here. Two ways that you can add ribbon at the top of this. And I'm going to show you both ways right now because I'm not going to do this every single time on every single tag, okay? That would take up way too much time. So I'm going to show you that I take about 8 inches of ribbon. This is one way you can do it, okay? And I'm going to grab another piece here. Okay. And if you want a loop at the top of your tag, which is really my preferred way of doing it, you're going to loop your ribbon like this. You're going to feed it through this slot right here. Like that. Okay. Just feed both from the back to the front through to the slot. And then I just added, pull it out just a little bit. I just stapled it into place right here. Now, some people really hate staples. I think it makes this really look the way it needs to look, okay? So there's your staple. It will show on the back, but you're going to have enough other things on your tag that people aren't going to notice that. Now, to hide the staple on the front, I just tied a free bow with my other ribbon here. Freestanding bow. That means a bow without being attached to a card. Okay. Okay, there's my bow. And then I'm just going to add some glue dots to the end of this, to the back side of this bow. Boop. Maybe 2, just to be good and secure. And then all you have to do is pop that bow right over that staple. And there you go. There you have the topper for one of the tags. And this is if you want to have a loop on it like mine is. That is my preferred way of doing it because then I can loop it on a bottle or I can add it to a ribbon on a package. It's just really easy to secure it that way. Okay. Now, the second way, here's my 3.5 by 6.5 again. I'm going to take out this tag, punch. The very best trio punch is on clearance for $14.40. Okay. And then straight right here. There we go. Now, another way of doing this, which a lot of people like as well, is to take 1 or 2 or 3, it doesn't matter, whatever, how much fluff you like at the top of your tag. I'm going to take 2. Okay. And I'm going to feed it through the holes from the back like this. Okay, right like that. And then to hold these in place, I kind of fluff them out a little bit. I'm going to take that red twine that I gave everybody in their kit, and we are going to wrap this twine around the ribbon and just tie it in a good bow right here. And this time is the exception in which I think it's a good idea to tie it in a knot because this metallic thread is kind of slippery and it's going to really hold that in place. There we go. Now just tie it in a bow. There we go. And that is another way to add a ribbon topper to the top of your tag. I don't know, which one do you like best? It's kind of fun to have this ribbon kind of kind of adds a party feel to it, I think, at the top of that tag. So neither way is bad. All right. So that's how I tied all my tags at the top. You can choose one of those ways or make up your own, whatever you want to do. Okay. Also, on all of the tags, I use the Christmas labels. Let me go out a little bit now. There we go. The Christmas labels bundle. So fun. You're going to see how fun these sentiments are because they fit so nicely into each of these labels here. Okay, so you would also need the Christmas label bundles if you want to do your tags exactly like mine. Okay, now if you want to use your own Christmas sayings and sentiments, that is fine. I just really think these sentiments bode really well with these tags, which you will see in just a moment. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so those of you who got the kit to go, I put your tags in order of the PDF, okay? So they are in the same order as the PDF, okay? So here's my first tag, and I'm going to grab my tags over here so I can show you the finished product each time right before I start it. So the first tag we're going to make is this cute teddy bear with the drums and the Christmas tree tag, and celebrate the holidays in all the ways. And then here's the back, so you can write a little note to whoever's receiving it. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to tie the ribbon on all these tags. I just showed you how to do that. So we're going to try to get these done pretty quickly because we have 9 of them. How fun is that? Okay, so I'm going to start with the back piece here, and I have a piece of basic white, and I just cut a 1-inch strip of this DSP, and I'm using the red with the little, I guess they're circles. I don't know what you'd call them. And let me grab my seal here. Super easy. I'm just going to add that strip to the bottom of this white panel, and then I'm going to add this white panel to the back side of the tag. Okay, right like that. Okay, now I'm going to flip it over, and here's my circle. I'm going to put this on flat. Right here. And then I'm going to start building up my ephemera, which means my die cut, pre-printed die cut images. So I have my Christmas trees going to go in the back here, and this is going to go flat. There we go. Then my bear and my drums are going to be popped up with dimensionals. Can you guys hear Rory out there? She doesn't like that I'm in here doing my Facebook Live. Hi, yay, I just started. Kathy, about 10 minutes ago, so you're not too late. But I did go over some basics of creating jumbo tags, so you might want to go back and watch that. Okay, so the drums are going to go right here, and then my teddy bear is going to lean right over here to the side. So I only want dimensionals on his right side, so I'm going to put one right here on the very edge and one up here. Good, I'm glad. She's being annoying right now. And Jim's out there with her. She just cannot stand for me to be out of her sight. It's kind of sweet and kind of annoying all at the same time. Okay, so there we go. There's our sweet little teddy bear. All right, and then you should grab this label that I die cut for you. And we're going to use our cherry cobbler ink. And I'm going to grab the sentiment, celebrate the holidays in all the ways. Here we go. Celebrate the holidays in all the ways. And do you see these little holes right here, here, and here? It's so cool how this stamp set is made to fit right inside those little holes. Let me get this centered here. There we go. Isn't that cool? I love how that turns out. And then I'm going to use dimensionals and pop this up. Hi, Kim. Thanks for joining me. Glad to have you here. We're making jumbo tags today, and this is part of a craft along. So some of my customers got the kit in the mail, and they're doing it with me online right now. So we do this once a month. You can buy the kit ahead of time, and you can join with me in my Facebook Live and create the tags. Well, in this case, you can't create the tags because you don't have a kit, but I do this every month. So if you'd like to be a part of a craft along, what I'm trying to say is you can always get the kit. Okay, so there's my label. And then we're going to add, oh, I forgot to tell you, you also get a half a pack of rhinestone embellishments in the craft along. You can buy this after the fact. As a kit as well. So we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. All right. So I'm just going to pick up some of these rhinestones and start sprinkling them around this first tag. See how easy peasy these are? They're so fun. And somebody is going to be thrilled. Here, I'm going to put one right up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5, right? One more. Maybe right there. Okay, so that is tag number 1. You can add the ribbon at the top however you want, like I showed you at the beginning, and we're done. That's all it takes, okay? All right, so let me put that one aside. Grab my package this one was in. Oh, good. I'm glad, Kathy. You're going to enjoy it for sure. Okay, so here is card number 2, and if any of you know me, you know how much I love trucks and trees. It's kind of a crazy obsession of mine. I love trucks with trees in the back. Let me grab my chamois here so I can clean this one off. Pull out my Believe. I love this navy and white gingham paper that is a part of the a little bit festive designer series paper and ephemera pack. And let me grab Believe. There we go. All right. So tag number 2 is right here. Here are all my parts. I know these are so cute. I have not had a single person who saw the finished projects in person not wish they had bought the kit. I mean, and you still can, but we just need to talk about that at the end. All right, so I cut a 1-inch piece of this. I think it's 1 inch by 5.5. But if you want to get the kit afterwards, of course, you'll get the PDF with all those measurements in it. So I'm just going to put that right across the bottom right there. Okay. Then this tree is so pretty. Look at the gold sparkle in that. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's little gold like lights beaming, and it's going to go right here on this side. And I actually put this on flat. So this little bit festive ephemera pack and DSP makes making these tags so simple, which is why we picked it out, because we wanted to give you 9 options for making these tags, right? And show you still have so much left over, so you have a lot of room for your own creativity with these tags as well. So, okay, here's my adorable truck with the tree in it. I'm going to pop it up maybe a little bit further over, right like that. Okay, now I have this little label that I already cut for the people who got the kit to go. And I'm going to grab my real red ink pad here. I'm going to stamp Believe right in the middle. There we go. Add a couple of dimensionals behind my Believe here. So cute, right? Let me do the back of my label. So the back side on this one says Be Merry. So let me clean off my Believe and pull out my Be Merry. And I stamped it in real red as well. Right in the middle of this basic white panel that I cut for the back. I really like the font on this Be Merry. I think it's very fun. Okay, there we go. Add this 1-inch strip of DSP to the bottom edge. There we go. And then I can attach this. Looks like that's overhanging slightly. So let me grab my scissors. Trim that off. To the center of the back side. Plenty of room to write on there. And then you can do your, oh, I need to put on my embellishments, right? My rhinestones. Can't forget about the bling here. Three, 4, 5. There we go. Do you like it? So cute, right? And I typed this one with the loop method that I showed at the beginning. So super fun. Okay, let me put this one away. The next one is one that I designed that I really, really love. Let's see. Here it is. It's a gingerbread one. How cute is this one? Has a little banner edge at the bottom and has a little gingerbread men on the back. So that is fun. So we're doing this one a little bit different. Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is you get these panels. You get a sheet of these panels that are 3 3/4 by 5. And I decided to take this panel and use my stitched circle here and cut out that gingerbread man right there. So this is the largest stitched circle from the Stylish Shapes die. So I'm going to go over here to my die cutting machine, which is off camera for you guys, but you know, trust me that it's here. And I'm just going to die cut out the center of that panel, and voila, we get a circle with the gingerbread man. So this is the largest, I think it's 3 inches. Let me put it here. Yeah, the 3 1/4 inch stitch circle shape is what that is. Okay. Now I'm going to pull out all my pieces here. put that back so I don't lose that. Okay, so what I did on this one is I attached an equal size piece of DSP to the front of my tag. So this was cut 3.5 by 6.5 as well. I'm going to add this to, yeah, Kathy, did you know that I had a red truck obsession? I decorate with a lot of red trucks around my house at Christmas time. I love it. I love them. And now that I'm in Texas and there are so many big trucks around here, it's a little more fitting, I think. Okay, so there we go. So I added that DSP to the whole front side of my tag. Okay, now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut off the excess all the way around the edge. Now, if I'd have been smart, and I do think this is what I did when I made this tag originally, is that I put the paper on before I cut the corners. Either way, these tags are one of those things that you hope someday you find in a box of treasures, right? That someone saved it because they loved it so much. Okay, so now I fit my DSP right on the top of that, and I'm going to come back and grab that very best trio punch that's on clearance right now, and I am going to punch again a hole right here at the top of my tag. Okay, I cut 3. That's true. You're true. That's true, Kathy. Okay, I cut 3 strips of garden green cardstock into 1/2-inch strips, and I think it was 1/2 by 4.5. And I'm going to add these strips in a diagonal across the front of this tag right here. 1, 2, 3. I think this is super cute. All right, so now I'm going to cut the excess off the edges there. All right. Okay. I'm going to banner cut the bottom. And what I did here is I kind of counted up 1, 2, 3, just below the 4th row, right? And counted in the center. So in the center here is about right here. So I'm going to go up to the 4th row, right there, and then I'm going to come in from the corners and meet it at the top. I feel like at one point we had a die that was this big where you could just die cut the bottom, but we don't currently have anything like that. There we go. So there is the bottom of the tag. How cute is that? I love that. Okay, so let me grab my gingerbread man here, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back side. You know, Kathy, there were big red trucks in Nebraska and trucks, but I'm telling you, I don't know if I know anybody here in Texas that doesn't own a truck besides my daughter and her husband and me and Jim. Everybody owns a truck. It's kind of the thing, right? It's like Nebraskans, everybody wears red on Saturdays, right? Kind of like that. Okay, so I'm putting my little gingerbread man there. Kind of looks like a cookie. And then I'm grabbing my little Christmas labels die, and I am going to stamp Sweet as Sugar Plum Candy on it. See if I can find that one. Here we go. we're almost a third of the way done already. So I created 9 tags. This was a craft along so people could get this ahead of time. Sweet as sugar plum candy. Cute, huh? All right. This is going to get popped up here right below my gingerbread man. Then I'm going to sprinkle on some dots. And then we can go to the back side here. There we go. Grab my, looks like I used mostly little ones on this one. You could use whatever size you want. When you get this in your hands at home, this is your kit. You can do, if you don't like something I did, you know, feel free to change it. I might add one more, kind of right down there. There we go. Okay, now let's flip this over. We have another white panel. It's a little shorter than the last one because I got to make up for the fact that we cut this banner down here. Okay, so I'm going to add some seal to the bottom of that. I'm going to take this strip of DSP that everyone cut. It's a 1/2 inch by, I think, 3. I could measure it for you. I have this elusive ruler that every time I need it on a Facebook Live, it just disappears. But I just found it. 1/2 inch by 3 inches. I was right. 1/2 inch by 3 inches. Okay, on the back side, this gingerbread house right here is going to get popped up right here. I bet you do, Linda. It's fun. Not that we would know, because we've never owned a pickup truck. But they're huge here because, you know, Midland is oil country. So a lot of these men work in the oil fields. And by the way, I started watching Landman the other day, which is set in Midland, Texas, in the oil field, by the way. Lots of famous people. John Hamm is in it. Billy Bob Thornton is the landman. And I don't know. It didn't hit me as exciting. It's a little rough, let's say that. And I'm sure the oil field is rough. I'm sure it is. So I'm not saying it's not appropriate, but a little rough for me and Jim Tuttle. So here's tag number 3. Do you guys love that one with the gingerbread man on it? And this was one of those that I made into a loop instead of the party at the top. So super cute. Okay, so that is tag number 3. We're 1/3 of the way there. Let's go to, I need to put that one over here. I'm trying to keep everything straight as I go along here so I don't mess anything up. Need to grab my chamois and clean off what I have here. So my friend Becky made these with me this weekend while I was in Nebraska, and she's going to give them away to the secretaries at her school as a gift, which I thought was a brilliant idea. So here we go. One year we gave away small rolls of wrapping paper from the dollar store and some tape, and we made a bunch of tags and we put them in a long gusseted bag and gave them to our secretaries at our school, and they loved it. They just thought it was the greatest thing. Okay, so the next one is going to be our wreath that says believe in it. Here's the wreath. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. She's barking out there and she's just going to stay outside because I'd rather have her barking outside than barking in here with me. So it's a little mean, but you know, it's a beautiful day. It's 55 degrees. There's no reason why she, as dog, should not love the weather, right? So we're just letting her, my husband is actually out there working on Christmas lights and she should love it. So this one is made from Misty Moonlight cardstock. Same size as I told you in the beginning, 3.5 by 6.5. I'm going to add this blue gingham paper from the A Little Bit Festive DSP pack. And then I'm going to pop this wreath. Now look, can you see the gold shimmer in the wreath? That I would have loved to have seen you in that big old truck, Linda. That's fun. Oh, yay! Becky is here. Thanks for joining us, Becky. So you can tell them all that you made all of these on Saturday while I was in Nebraska watching the Nebraska game. Well, I use the word watching loosely. Sorry, Kathy, but I do not have the patience for football. I'm too busybody. So Becky watched. She was sitting on the other side of the table from me, and I made cards. So there you go. Okay, I'm using my bow here. I'm going to put the bow, this little long bow with the long ribbons at the very top right here. And then this time we're doing this a little bit different. We cut out the label out of Night of Navy, but I have a 1/2 inch piece of basic white here. I'm going to go back to the Believe and stamp it in red on this sliver of basic white. She is very cute, but if I had her inside while I was trying to do a live, she would be very distracting. She's at that age where all the squirrels are fascinating, right? So I'm just going to cut this down just a tiny bit so it's centered, and I am going to use dimensionals on the back of my Believe. There we go. Now this is going to get popped up right in the center of that wreath. Isn't that pretty? This is one that my friend Jeannie designed. Love it. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back here. Adhere this to the center of my wreath right there. Add some bling. There we go. I'm going to add one right here to the corner with the bee, and then a couple of more down here in this bottom right corner right there. Okay, now for the back side of this one, we are going to use the words Winter Wishes. And in Misty Moonlight ink, I'm going to stamp Winter Wishes at the bottom. There you go. So you see the host code there with my Tuttle Up shop information. And that is what you can use if you want to place an order and get one of these kits in the mail. Now, like I said at the beginning, you're going to need your own a little bit festive DSP pack with the ephemera in it because I can't break that up for everybody. So we'll talk more about how you can make that happen, but that's going to go on the back. So pretty, right? That little bow of I don't know if that's holly or some other kind of Christmas. It almost looks like eucalyptus, but maybe the leaves are a little too long. So there we go. There's tag number 4. Sorry. And again, for this one, I did that same loop with the bow again. Okay? All right. You can tell that that was my favorite way to top these off because I did a lot of them that way. But one of my friends really loves the fluff at the top too. So that is tag number 4. Okay. Next one is an ornament wreath tag. Can't believe you can hear her, Kathy. My mic must be pretty powerful. Okay, so here is the next one. And this one we're doing a lot like we did on the other one that is banner cut, but this time we're only banner cutting the designer series paper. So here's our piece of designer series paper. And I'm just banner cutting up the bottom. So I like to kind of count from the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.5. So I'm going to go to 4.5, which is right here. Looks like we went up about 1.5. And it doesn't matter. I mean, you're just banner cutting the bottom, right? There we go. And now this is going to get adhered right on the front of that tag. I'm going to pull away my host code here and my Tuttle Up shops just so we have more room for you to see everything. Is that better? Okay, so this is going to get adhered flat. Right there. Here is my wreath with the bow, and the bow is going to go flat right on the top. So I might go ahead and just adhere that to the top of my wreath. Tell me what you guys are thinking of these. I'm in love with them. And not to say that some of my package won't have jumbo tags, but I'm going to make as many as I can. I think it really makes a statement. Aw, Becky, you're so sweet. Becky, my friend Becky, since it's the season of gratefulness, let me just say, she is a very thoughtful, giving person that I aspire to be more like, and I've known her for 33 years. So, unfortunately, whoops, sorry about that. I hit my camera. Probably if she hasn't rubbed off on me yet. I just am what I am, and she is what she is. She has a true gift of thinking of others and putting other people first, and very selfless that way. Okay, so this wreath, this oval ornament wreath, is going to go right there in the center of that tag. And then I have a piece of real red that's about 1 inch wide, and I've already banner cut the end of this. So this is just going to go flat across my wreath right here, like that. And then I'm going to stamp Celebrate the holidays in all the ways in real red ink. In the center of this lovely Christmas labels tag. There we go. And it is going to get popped up right on the edge, this side, this edge of the banner with some dimensionals. There we go. Add some bling. So for this one, we have 3 blings right on the end of our banner, right here. Kind of evenly spaced. And we have 3 more kind of scattered around up here. There we go. All right, for the back side, we have another of that blue gingham paper that we're going to put on here. Here we go. Have a piece of basic white that's going to go over that so that blue just kind of peeks out from underneath it. And this time I'm going to grab clean off a couple of these. Sorry, I'm being so clunky with it. All right. It says, hope your season is filled with magic. It's going to be real red. It's going to go about right there. This is going to be adhered right here to the bottom. To the back, I mean. Right, like that. Awesome. And now we're going to just adhere flat. But maybe I'll pop one up. I don't know. I can shake things up a bit here, right? So we're going to put this bauble. Bauble is a fancy name for ornament, in case you didn't know. I learned that from Stampin' Up. There was a set that I think it was called Bows and Baubles. And I was like, what's a bauble? And they're like an ornament. And I'm like, oh, there we go. There's the back side. So this is one of those that I put the flat ribbon at the top. Still cute, right? You can do it however you want. I like it both ways. I think I like the loop the best, but you know, they're cute, right? Okay, so that is tag number 5. We are just moving along here. Thanks, Sherry. I love them too. I think they're so fun. All right, now I really like this next one a lot because my awesome friend Monica, isn't this pretty with the poinsettias on there? She designed this. This was really smart to have a pocket in the back that you can put a gift card in. How cute is that? Isn't that cute? So look, there's a little pocket back there. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's make this one. We're starting with a garden green base on this one. I've already punched the corners in the slot, and then I have a piece of, are these both the same size? No, this one's a little longer. I think the longer one, now I'm second guessing myself. Okay, longer one goes on the back. So we'll do the back first. Good thing is, when you're starting out, you get to decide what's the front and the back, right? Okay, there we go. And then I have a piece of basic white that is exactly the same width, right here, that's going to go right there, okay? But before I adhere that, I'm going to stamp this sentiment, Merry Christmas to you, and it's in 2 colors. So, you know, my friend Monica likes to get fancy on us. So let me clean this off and put these away. So you could do this 2 different ways. If you want to do 2 colors like that on your, you could use a marker, or you can use Post-it notes, which is what we're going to do here. So you can take a Post-it note, cover up the Merry, right there. Cover up the to you down here. Okay. Now, Kathy, you may be the one that I remember at a class that we did this method, but then you forgot to take the Post-it notes off. It's very important that you take the Post-it notes off, or else you're going to get big blobs. So just pull those off now. And we stamp that. And all that you should see is the Christmas. See? Pretty cool, huh? How's that for your tip for the day? Now, we're going to do the Merry and to you. And this, we're just going to use our green ink, and we're just going to be very careful not to get it on the Christmas part. So I like to bring my ink here. Good thing we have this clear, right? Photopolymer ink. And I'm just inking up those corners. And now I can line all this up, and it doesn't even have to be super perfect. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? Well, you know what, Kathy, when we're learning, we all make mistakes, right? So, I just remembered because you were very animated when you realized what you did, and it was just funny. It was a funny memory in my mind. So, there we go. Merry Christmas to you. Now, I'm going to get this red piece for the back. And what's important is that you only put glue around the left and right side and the bottom edge. So that is going to create that pocket for the gift card. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue around the short edges, if it's going to cooperate with me here. Yep, short edges, long bottom edge, and short edge right here. Okay, then I'm just going to attach that right to the bottom, right there. And then we'll still have a pocket right there to put a gift card in. Okay, so here's our poinsettia for the back. And for this one, I even put a couple of blings on the back side, here and here. There we go. Now on the front, I've got that blue again, pool party. It's going to go right here on the front. I am not ready for Thanksgiving yet, Sherry, but I will be soon. My son and daughter-in-law get in from Iowa tonight. We're super excited to have them here. Okay, so now this striped is going to go all the way across from edge to edge, so that blue's just going to peek out there. There we go. Now I have this poinsettia for the front, but I don't know if you can tell that there's some gold twine peeking out from the back side of that. So on the back of this, I'm going to add, and I might switch over to Seal Plus if I'm lucky enough to have some right here. Yep, Seal Plus. And I'm going to put some Seal Plus on the back here. Okay. And I'm going to grab that gold twine. And I'm just going to start kind of looping it. Got to think of what side I'm doing here. Okay, so this is the top. So I'm just going to make some loops. That are going to loop out from the bottom edge of this poinsettia. My friend Veronica really makes the most beautiful cards. And I'm lucky to have her in my life that we collaborate together because you guys all get the benefit of that. All right, so there's my gold on the back side, and it looks very messy and yucky, but when you turn it over, you know, it's very pretty. So we're just going to add, here we go, pop this up on the back side. I'm going to add a lot of them because this is a very big piece of ephemera. Fancy name for printed die cuts. It took me a long time to figure out how to pronounce ephemera. So I said, why do they have to call it that fancy name? Why can't they just say printed die cuts? I guess it's 2 words instead of ephemera, which is 1. But anyhow, let's see. How did I do this? We'll do it this way. It's fine. There we go. And move it over just a little bit more. Okay. Then I have my joy here. And again, we only want the bottom of this stamp that says love and joy. We only want joy. So I think this time I am going to grab my green marker. I'm going to show you both ways. And we're going to marker up the joy using the brush tip of our marker. There are people out there that only use markers sometimes to do their inking, which I don't have the patience for it, but good for you if you do. I'm going to huff on it, and I'm going to stamp joy right in the middle of my label right there. There we go. Gonna pop this up right here on the bottom of this tag and add my bling. Anybody still out there with me? I know this is a little bit longer, but I think it's so worth it to see these beautiful tags and how many of them, right, you can make with just one set of that A Little Bit Festive DSP. Of course, the joy of getting one of my classes is that I do all the design work for you, right? There we go. Put another one right up here. And that is it for the gift card holder. Jumbo tag. Love that. Okay. Let me put this one away. And you guys, we only have 3 more to go. So we're cruising along here. The next one is a stocking tag. Yay, yay. Hi, Monica. I just showed them the beautiful tag you just designed with the poinsettia and the gift card holder. That is so fun. Okay, so the next one is the stockings. How cute is that? And I'm so silly. I just realized I did not emboss. Oh, maybe I, look, I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I did emboss it. Okay, so I was afraid I'd forgotten to do that. Okay, so we have our red tag. I'm going to add this DSP with the bows and the ornaments to the back. Oops, I think it's upside down. I think the bows should be going down and the ornaments should not be going upside down. Okay, so there we go. Then we have a piece of Misty Moonlight that I'm just going to take my scissors and just rough it up a bit. Just add some rough edges using your scissors. That's just going to make it look a little bit, have a little more texture than just the flat cardstock. Okay. And this one is going to lean a little bit down on the left. So we're just going to tilt it a little bit like that. Then we have this piece that is embossed with the falling snow embossing folder. I'm going to add my seal to that. And this one is going to get put on straighter so that that blue just kind of peeks out from underneath. There we go. Okay, we have the stockings in the ephemera pack, and these stockings are going to go kind of at an angle like that. So I'm going to grab my dimensionals. Okay, I might take one, kind of cut it in half and put them at the top here. One right there. One right there. Just to get the ends of that stocking really well. So, yes, like I said, my son and daughter-in-law are coming in tonight. Okay, hang on. I need to move this so I can kind of see what I'm doing here. There we go. From Iowa. And we have lots of fun things planned. We've got a movie night planned. We have a game night planned. We have a craft night planned. We are a family that loves to play games. But I have a great idea for a craft night. And I think everybody's going to love it. I don't know if I should give it away here, but I could because they're doubtful they're watching me. So everybody's going to get a blank canvas, and we're going to have a lot of acrylic paints, and they're going to have to draw a topic out of a jar, that's a Christmas topic, maybe person, place, or thing, maybe. And that is what they have to paint on their canvas. So if they draw a snowman, they have to paint a snowman. If they draw an elf, they have to make an elf. What do you think about that idea? So there's 8 of us. So in the end, and we have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old. I think they're going to love it. And the 5-year-old may need a little help, but he may not. And then we'll be at the end, we will have a display of everybody's artwork. Can't wait to see my husband's. I think it's going to be fun. So we're going to get some plastic tarp and cover everything on the table and the ground. You know what, Kathy? We used to always do the turkey trot. But this year, my daughter is a cycle bar instructor, and we might all just go to cycle bar this year and do some spinning. Okay, how cute is that? Okay, so now we just need to add some bling to the front here. So I'm just going to scatter 5 rhinestones. On the front. There we go. Cute, cute, cute. Isn't that cute? Then on the back side, we have our piece of white right here. I'm going to grab that Winter Wishes again. Let me clean off some of these that I've already used. And I'm stamping Winter Wishes in that Misty Moonlight again. Are you doing the turkey trot this year, Kathy? When we first met our son-in-law, his first time we ever met him was at Thanksgiving, and we signed him up for the turkey trot when he came to visit. He was a willing participant, but I'm not sure he was ever a runner at the time, but he did great. Did better than me, I'm sure. There we go. And then this is going to go on the back side of this tag. We are just cruising along. That's what I love about these jumbo tags, is they really are super fun and fast and easy. Linda, I saw you here. Are you? Oh, yay. Hi, Melissa. I'm on tag 7. I just finished tag number 7 of 9. So this was number 7. How cute is that, right? Okay, and let's put this one up. 2 more to go, and we're almost done. All right, the next one is this pretty snow scene. Isn't that pretty? That says Peace on Earth. On the back side, it says, hope your season is filled with magic. So let me pull everything out of here. All right, so this piece is going to go flat on the front right here. And let me make sure. Nope, I don't have my tag turned the right way. I'm going to do it that way. And this is going to go flat. Maybe a little bit more right on the end there. There we go. This is going to get popped up on this end here with dimensionals, this tree. my stars are gonna all go flat in the sky. I have 3 stars here. So I think I'm just add a little touch of glue to each one. All right, and then I'm going to grab my Wink of Stella. I should have had it very handy here. Okay, here we go. And we're going to do flick on some snow in the background, some shimmery snow. So I'm just going to pump this a little bit, and then I'm going to start sprinkling on. Starry Night. I feel like this one is a little too dry. Let me see if I can find my other one. I just put away. Here we go. Let's see what we can do with this one. You do need to have kind of a juicy Wink of Stella for this. There we go. You can kind of see the shimmer in the background there. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I have my label, and this time we are going to put Peace on Earth. Peace on Earth. Here we are. And we are going to do this in Night of Navy. Pop it up with dimensionals. So my next craft along in December, we're going to be using cake celebrations. I'm super excited about that. You can look that up on the website. It's an online exclusive. It's a really fun birthday bundle. And we have already created some fun projects for you guys. So you can go into the new year with some birthday cards made, which is always a plus, right? Okay, so this piece of white is going to go right here on the back side. It really is so simple. And this was super simple to cut for because, you know, pretty much everything's the same size. The only decision was whether or not what colors to use together, what DSPs. And we had to make sure we weren't overlapping on our ephemera. And you know what? I forgot to stamp on this. That makes me nervous to just stamp right on that. So what I'm going to do is pull out, I don't know if that'll work or not. I was going to say pull out a label. Should I try it? I'll try it. I don't feel like, I don't feel super positive about it. Okay, I'm looking for the one that says Season of Magic. There it is. Nope. Well, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stamp something else on the back of this. This original one said, hope your season is filled with magic. But I'm going to stamp warm and cozy on there instead because, well, let me see. Let me see if I can make this work. I'm nervous that it's going to, because I already glued it on and it's bumpy on the other side. It may not, but we're going to all think positive thoughts and see if Judy can do this. Thank you, Melissa. You were giving me positive thoughts before I even asked. So here we go. Take a deep breath. I'm nervous. See? Darn it. That's what I was afraid of. That center's going to have, well, it's a little blurry, but you get the point. Don't do that on yours. Right? Do as I say, not as I do, right? It's not terrible, but I will probably restamp it on a piece of white and put it over that. And I would just honestly grab another label, but well, here we go. Let's try this piece. Let's make it right, right? So how about I stamp it right in the center. See how clean and neat it stamps when you're not trying to go over embellishments? Okay, and then I'm going to grab a circle punch. Here we go. I'm grabbing a 2-inch circle punch. I'm going to make mine perfect. And I'm just going to glue it right there on top of that, right? There we go. You would never know. The recipient will never know that I messed up there, right? Okay, so did I have some bling on this? There is no bling on this, so that is all for that one. That is tag number 8. I have one more to go. Hang in there. We're almost done. I'm trying to beat my friend Jeannie's record. She said it took her 2 hours to get through all the tags, but to her benefit, she was trying to tie the ribbon on every single one. And if I was doing that, it would add an extra half hour to the video. Okay, so here's my last one. Thank you, all those of you who've hung with me here the whole time. All right. So the front of my green tag is going to have a piece of basic white. I think this is 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. But it'll say what it is in the PDF. I've given all the measurements of everything. And then this, I did it again, but it's not so bad because I'm not trying to stamp on something that is bumpy. It's flat, so it should be okay. I'm going to grab my garden green. I'm going to stamp it right in the center right here. There we go. Awesome. I have this ephemera that is all the packages. It's going to pop up right here on the bottom with some dimensionals. There we go. And then I'll go ahead and do this bow because it's going to go across the top here. Okay. So, and I tell you something else that's super exciting for me this Thanksgiving. I have never in my adult life had any family at my house for Thanksgiving because we always lived in Nebraska and nobody ever wanted to travel to Nebraska for Thanksgiving. So we always came down here. And this year, my sister and her family are joining us. So I'm super excited about that. And maybe my brother-in-law and his family. So we went from feast to famine. Famine to feast would be more appropriate, right? Because I went from the have not to the have. So I am super pumped about that. I've spent Thanksgiving with my sister. She's just never spent Thanksgiving with me at my home. So what's not to love about that? Okay, so that's the front side of the tag. The back side is same side piece of basic white. I've got 2 pieces of this bow paper that's going to go at the top and the bottom. Make sure your ornaments are not upside down. There we go. There's one right there. I need to move this over a little bit like that. I think my white is a little bit too white. I might have to cut it down. Well, that one's fine. Let's just cut that a little bit. Let's just trim a little edge off of this. There we go. And my last ephemera that I used on my tags is this one. So it just gives you a little framed piece that you can write to and from on the back. There we go. All right, and now this one is going to go. Wow, Melissa, you are amazing. I think we're going to end up having 12, maybe 15. So we'll see. But this is a big leap for me. But luckily my daughter lives here, so she's a big help. And so here's the last tag. Celebrate the holidays and all the way. So I'm going to pull all of them out here so that you can see them again. And I'll pull the ones that have the ribbons on it so you can see how pretty they are when they have the ribbons on. And then I'm going to talk to you real quickly about how you can get, here's the stocking. Here's the poinsettia one that had the gift card. Here's the wreath. Here's the believe with the wreath. Here's that beautiful gingerbread man. Here's the truck with the tree. Look at all these tags. So fun. And here is the bear. Right? How fun is that? Now, here's the story. If you would like to get this set of tag kits for yourself, you will need to have, if you want to make them exactly like mine, you will need to have the Christmas labels bundle, and you will need to buy a little bit Festive Designer Series paper. If you purchase $50 in my online store, you'll get this kit for 9 jumbo tags, including half a spool of ribbon, half a pack of rhinestones, just what I used, but you will need the little bit of Festive DSP, which is 164107, okay? If you spend $100 in my online store, you will get the 9 tag kit for free, plus a full roll of ribbon, plus a full pack of the rhinestone gems. You still need to have a little bit of Festive DSP for yourself. And if you want to use your own sentiments, that's fine. But I'm telling you, this Christmas labels bundle is pretty darn cute. So think about getting that for yourself as well. So you're going to go to the Tuttle Up shop. I'm going to put that up here on my screen. And use this host code 73A3GNQD, and I will send you the kit with the ribbon and the rhinestones. The amount depends on how much you spend in my online store, in the mail by the end of the week. All right, so you can get started on these tags for your own presents. So thank you, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to bring me back around here to me. Hey, you guys, I am so grateful that you come and sit with me during these Facebook Lives. This one was a little lengthy, but I hope you loved it. And I hope your Thanksgiving is filled with everything that you are grateful and thankful for. I am so grateful and thankful for all of you. And look forward to December with you guys. Be watching for my newsletter with information about my next craft along in December, because I would love to have you guys be a part of that. And we have a special add-on kit, which is called the Perennial Calendar Kit. And it is a notebook where you can keep people's birthdays in it. And it's not a calendar, it's a list by date. And it just helps you keep track of all the birthdays in your life, which I really need. So if you loved this today, please give me some love, some hearts, some thumbs up. Please share me to your friends so they can see the wonderful tags that we made today. And I would love to get one of these kits in the mail to you as well. So God bless. I will see you back Monday, tired but full of love for the awesome week I've had with my whole family here. So see you soon. Bye-bye.